probably going to be a sequel, and you would get to be the star of the sequel, so that's not happening. It's great. I cried too. But it was fun to actually get to play myself as a character in a video game. And like run around and hit people and drive cars and stuff.
Well, my question is that if you could make a new LA Noir game, what kind of cases, what kind of things, what would you have liked to have done more in LA Noir?
Oh wow, a lot more. As far as I mean, the murder mystery kind of things have always like intrigued me, and that's one thing LA Noire had a lot. It was like it's a game about solving like a lot of murders that happened in the 40s basically, and I get to drive all these amazing cars around. I don't know. I think it'd be fun. My character's name is Jack Kelso. I think it'd be fun. There's a theme going here, like more romance for Jack, I guess. You know, I love that era. The cars, the music. Almost with yeah. Right, the girl from the club. I can't remember. Almost had a thing. I keep almost having a thing. Like, it's time that I get a thing.
I'll do it.
For sure. Thank you. Hey.
I love Once Upon a Time, and first time and my question is it Supernatural and Once Upon a Time or probably which redhead?
Which redhead would I choose?
No one can tell.
That's a tough one. I guess, are we talking about the actress or the character? 'Cause that's a different thing. What's that?
Ariel or Adam?
I would probably choose, character-wise, I would choose Ariel. Actress-wise, I would choose Elena. For sure, 100%. Yeah, Elena and I've gotten to be very good friends through this amazing experience, and so yeah, I would choose her. Hey. Yes, good to see you again.
My question is, if you write something nice for the world,
Buy myself something nice with no, no, he didn't send me one. In fact, he's probably going to try to sue me, if anything. I don't think he's going to pay me for singing his song, unfortunately. Well, thank you. That's very sweet. Thanks. She was talking about in D.C. I sang a John Legend song, All of Me. In case you didn't know. Hey. Good, how are you? What's your name? Hey, Megan.
my question is, do you get any types on you on set, and so what were they?
Yes, I did. And I keep telling these stories, so if you've heard this, anyway, this is the way it goes. But there were two that stand out. My first day, hopping in the Impala, have the scene where the Impala's, tearing ass out the parking lot of the motel into the street. And so we run out, we jump in the car, and I'm in shotgun. Jensen's driving, Jared's in the back seat, and Jensen just floors it out of the parking lot, in the middle of the street. Which I knew was going to happen because it was in the script, but to actually experience it with no one telling you that they're going to do it was a little scary. And then we get in the middle of the street, and he like turns right, and then just like hits the gas and does a complete 180 in the middle of the street. I didn't know that they had the street blocked off. There were cars. So it was totally safe, but no one told me. And nor do we have any seatbelts on, so I'm just like, holding on for dear life, and we came to a screeching halt, and they both just looked at me and started laughing. And Jared asked me if I needed some new shorts. And I did. And then that was my first day, and then toward one of my last days of as time goes by, when we've been hanging out quite a bit. They just kept messing with me, and then they were just like really, it was kind of hard to keep together at that point. And we're shooting a scene in a comic book store, and Sam is on his computer looking at something and spins it around to show me what he's looking at. Spins it around, and it's a picture of a very large naked man. And I'm talking just shocking. Just this guy that's just like sitting in his bed. I don't even remember my lines. So yeah, I think that was one of Jared's go-tos. So I'm probably not the first person who's used that. You're very welcome. Thank you. Hey.
Okay, so I'm a little bit of a supernatural noob. I'm in the middle of season 7 right now, so I haven't met your character.
Okay.
So I was wondering if there was one thing that you could say about your character, your storyline. Excited about it?
Get you excited about it? Do you know anything?
No, I'm trying to keep myself spoiler-free. So
Right.
So I have no idea, and my friends are all, they're all.
Okay. Well, I don't want to give anything away, but I play Sam and Dean's grandfather, Grandfather Winchester. Henry Winchester is my name. I'm from 1958, so we're like basically the same age. I tell people I play the boys' grandfather, and they always kind of look at me. People that don't know the show are like, "You seem a little young to be playing a grandfather." Yeah, I know. It's like time travel and
Yeah, pretty normal stuff.
yeah, you get it. So yeah, I'm in the family. I wear a really snazzy blue suit. Yeah, and we get up. What was that? I hope you enjoy. Hey.
So I was wondering whether you could confirm whether or not you're going to come back once upon a time for the next season.
You know, I cannot confirm that. There's always hope. There's always hope, and look, I hope that I hope it can happen. And I love being on that show so much. I wish they had done more with Ariel and I. So I was hopeful that they might continue in some way. Unfortunately, like, there's a lot of stuff that goes on.
Am
that
I
you just don't
getting in
know
the way?
about.
Okay, I'm sick.
Behind
Oh,
the
okay.
scenes. You alright?
Just my sins are already taken by someone else.
Who is it?
It was actually quite a heated moment, so.
Appropriate. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and I hope it can happen. I read, I followed Joanna on Twitter, and I saw the other day that she posted some pictures. She was cutting her hair because she's got a new show, and I was like, no, don't cut your hair. She's got this gorgeous red hair as Ariel, and so she's cutting her hair for this new thing. So we'll see. I mean, they could always wig her, whatever, but they're on to Frozen. You know, it's like, boo. Boo Frozen. They just move on to the next thing so fast on that show. Unfortunately, Little Mermaid is like old news at this point. But it is, as you know, the type of show that characters can come back. Thank you. I hope so too. Hey.
I was wondering if you were going to spin-off, what would you call
That's cool. Henry Winchester had a spin-off of what I titled it.
like brains and brawn?
You think of brains and brawn? That's good. Just like on Skinamax? Welcome back. When we last saw Henry. Brains of Bronze is good. Man of Letters is good. Yeah, those are both pretty cool. Just Grandpa. That sounds like a weird show. I should probably watch it. Thank you.
The girl in front of me actually asked my question.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Unbelievable. That's rude. So you're on the spot. You're on this. All right. You're on the spot now. What is it?
Well, I also okay, so, what was the best part about filming?
The best part about filming Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I wish I would have gotten to do more, but from what I did get to do, it was an awesome experience. I mean, getting to play a Disney prince was pretty cool. I was, quite frankly, I was like completely shocked when I booked that. Like, I was like, for real? Like, are you serious? So it was very flattering. And when I was a kid, you know, I mean, Little Mermaid was like, you know, jam, and Ariel was just the best. I mean, as far as Disney princesses go, Ariel was the hottest for sure. Even with the tail. What's that? Who was 16? Oh, well, I was 12. So, I don't even know, when did that come out? All right, so I was 10 years old. So it's all right. She was 16. She was older and she was hot. There was another moment that we shot that it was just the smallest thing in the third episode I barely appeared in. I don't know if you watched the show or not, but there was they're looking through some sort of crystal ball or something, and they see Ariel and I on the beach together, and it just.
You were looking through the mirror.
Through the mirror, thank you. I wasn't there. Thank you for clearing that up. And they see Ariel and I have that moment. It was kind of in capturing that moment at the end of Little Mermaid where they run up to each other and Eric picks her up and like spins her in the air, you know. And so we tried to shoot that on a beach there in Vancouver, and that was a pretty cool experience. I mean, the idea of it was way cooler than probably actually doing it because it was freezing cold and like kind of rainy. And I was like, just jump so I can pick you up. Like, you're wet sandy or help me out. That was like the reality of what was going on. And then you see it. Oh gosh, it's so sweet. And they're like, cut, all right, Gil, you're going back to LA. Thanks for coming. That's all we got for you. And I was like walking off set and all the crew was like, seriously? Like, you just flew in from LA to do that? Yeah, that's how I roll. Thank you. Hey.
Hi. I was wondering if you come from musical education.
I'm very messed up. Seriously? Come on now. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I still have a special place in my heart for Les Mis because it was like the first like Broadway caliber musical I saw. I actually saw it in Houston when I was a kid, and I didn't want to go because it was called Les Miserable. It sounded miserable to me at that age, and I was like, I don't want to see this. This is going to be terrible. And I had no idea what it was, and it was just like so incredible. So yeah, that one still stands out to me. As far as like screw-ups, gosh, maybe I've blocked those out. I know there are some. I mean, in college I did Grease. I played Danny in Grease. And then my senior year we did Pippin, and I actually played Charlemagne, which was kind of fun. I got to do like a full beard and played King Charlemagne. You know, when I was very, very small, this one I remember because I was so little. When I was very small, the first thing I ever did acting-wise was I was in a I was 5 years old, and I played Tiny Tim in a ballet adaptation of A Christmas Carol. So I didn't have to dance because I was on a crutch. All I had to do was look cute. I didn't have to say anything until the very end. And at the very end, I touched the Christmas tree and I say, "God bless us, everyone." And one night, I forgot my mind. It's weird. It's at that age, you remember things like that. I remember like being so devastated, like the longest car ride home. You suck. I'm never gonna make it as an actor. Thank you. Hey, sweetheart. I like your shirt. A guy named Britt Bailey. And they say you could see this ball of light like hovering around the prairie on rainy nights, you know. And so as a kid, we would always look for that sort of thing. And I'll be honest, I never saw it, but it's a pretty famous ghost story around that area. There's another one called The Ghost of the Laughing Children. It just sounds terrifying. And where my parents' house is, they still live there that I grew up in. It's on a creek bank, and there's this creek that runs behind the house. It's a Whisker Creek, and the story, basically the story of the Ghost of the Laughing Children is that these children lived in this cabin many years, hundreds of years ago down along the creek bank, and one night the cabin burned and burned to the ground and killed them all. And they say that you can hear, on some nights you can hear either screaming children or children laughing. I know, it's horrible. And like I was told this as a young child. I'm living on that creek. So there was a time when I remember waking up in the middle of the night thinking I heard something scream. And I was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7, and I ran downstairs and I got in bed with my parents. And I fell asleep. And a little while later I woke up and my dad was standing at the window looking out at the creek bank. There's this bank of windows wrapping around. And my dad, he's like, shh. And then he goes outside and I'm like freaking out. And he comes back in and like he won't tell me what's going on. The next day he swears he heard children laughing and playing along the creek. And they still live in that house. I'm out. Like 6, 7, packing my bags. Yeah, so anyway, it's a book called Ghosts Along the Brazos. You can probably find it somewhere. There's a lot of great ghost stories in there.
They need Jesus.
Did you say about Jesus? Did you say baby Jesus? Hey. I mean, probably Valjean at some point, you know. It's such an incredible role. Yeah, maybe one day I would get to play that. What would you play? It's pretty depressing. What's your favorite musical? Yeah? Anything goes is fun.
Is that tragic too?
Okay. That's very different than Les Mis. Cool. People live and they dance and like have a lot of fun. Cool. Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Bit of a silly question, but the Arco commercial you do, with the dog and the spittle, what did they use the spittle and how many times did you have to do that?
That is the most unexpected question. For those of you who don't know, where do you live?
Las Vegas.
You live in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think they've even aired it in Texas because Arco is a gas station, I believe just in the Southwest. So anyway, I've got this commercial running where I'm in a car and there's a dog in the back seat and he shakes. It's a big like a Saint Bernard, I think, and he shakes off and just slobber just splats all over my face. So yeah, so funny as you know, when we shoot it, the car's on a trailer and being pulled by another vehicle, so I'm not really driving. The dog, I never even met the dog. Dog was not in the back seat. There's a crew guy back there with a bucket of like, I think it was egg whites. Just stirring up this like gross bucket of egg whites. It's hot. It was so hot in the car. And there's this big sweaty man back there. And I just like flick it at my face. Over and over again. It was disgusting. Yeah, it was not a fun experience, really. And then they were like, all right, that's lunch. And I'm like, and everybody just left. And I'm sitting there like, just covered in it. Like, literally with egg on my face. Thank you.
But egg whites, I almost forgot.
Oh, I like your shirt.
If you could write and star in your own Broadway musical, what would it be about?
Wow. Write and star in my own Broadway musical, what would it be about? You got me. That's a really good, you know, I can honestly say I've never even like thought about that. I did write a script recently. I love like, my script, it's set in Texas, like in the hill country outside San Antonio. Yeah. Without giving anything away, because it's going to be huge, this movie. You know, it's about two brothers, you know. It's about two brothers that are, you know, trying to get over a rocky past, you know. And it's called Supernatural. Supernatural Texas. Any flannel? Probably not in Texas. It's just too damn hot and humid here. No, I mean, this humidity is like, it's the one, well, there's two things I don't miss about leaving Texas, and it's humidity and the mosquitoes. We don't have that in LA, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, you know, I'm sorry I don't have a better answer for your question. I'll have to give that one some thought. Yeah, just something where I can just, you know, flex and take the shirt off. Just really get after it. Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm thinking anyone here is overly happy that you've only done one episode of Supernatural.
Two.
But given
Two what?
the fact that
Oh yeah, well, are you not caught up? I'm in two.
my membership, I'm so sorry. You have actually died on shows. Given that the producers like to bring people back from the dead, in what capacity can you see yourself coming back?
I would love to come back from the dead, and I've talked to Adam Glass about this a little bit. He's got a lot of great ideas, probably better than mine, but I think it'd be cool to like actually raise myself from the dead, you know, and out of the ground, like my Thriller moment. I know, but I haven't done it.
Can you give us an example now?
But then like yeah, I mean maybe end up you know, obviously with the boys and modern times, you know, and just kind of see where that takes us.
Old?
No. No, as I am, but in modern times.
We like that.
Yeah, kind of like what you saw in As Time Goes By, just more of that. Which episode did you see? Did you see me time travel or flashback?
Time travel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you seen?
I'm a little behind.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm barely in one episode in season 9, so it's okay. Seriously, I'm not upset. Uh-oh. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? That's so funny. Flex your arm muscles for you? I just saw it on the big screen. That's it? answer your question. I'm like blushing right now. Hey, Red. Hey.
Hi, I'm wondering, before you were put onto the show, did you watch Supernatural, or did you start to watch it after? And if so, what was like your favorite episode, favorite storyline from the series?
I can honestly look. Don't be mad at me. I don't know that I have a favorite episode. Well, as time goes by, it's pretty awesome. You know, I knew of the show. I had auditioned for the show when it was a pilot, and I actually tested for the role of Sam when it was a pilot. And then Jared came along. Big, goofy. He was just too perfect. They couldn't pass up that opportunity. So, but I knew of the show, and I think I didn't get it, so I was probably a little bitter, and probably didn't want to watch it. I'm just kidding. Like that would ever happen. No, but I knew it had been on, and I got the audition for it, and I'll be honest, this is season 8, and I was like, is that show still on? Because I didn't know. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, and I did not know, and so I was very excited to go in and read for it, and then had no idea really what it was until I got it, I mean, I knew it was playing Henry Winchester, the boy's grandfather, but I had no idea that any of this was going to happen. It's one of those things. It's always, it's going to sound like terrible advice. I was going to say it's always better to say yes than no. Maybe not always. But there's been things in my life that have happened where if I had said no, then the door just shuts right there. But because I said yes, and then not just this, and some other things in my life, that these really unexpected gifts because I said yes, because I was available and open to this sort of thing, and when I went in and read for this, I went in and I felt like the audition went really, really well. I called my agent or my manager when I left, and I was like, "There's no way I'm getting it," but I felt really good about it, And it just shows that I don't really know anything, first of all, and this has just been like the most unexpected gift. From that one audition, I go in a lot of auditions, hopefully, but you just never know what might happen, what could come from something. So, always say yes. What was it? No, it's not. It's not. There's nothing normal about any of this. I think that's one of the things that's really awesome about it, and I'm just having so much fun. I had no idea. I really did. And when I got the script, Henry, you guys have all seen it, right? Okay. Henry dies in the end. Spoiler alert. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. Seemed like maybe they could have kept him around a little bit longer. And everybody told me, he could come back. No one's really dead in Supernatural. So I still think there's hope. And but I had no idea. And there was a moment on set one evening when Jared and Jensen just kind of let me in on what was going on, and let me in on all of you guys, and just to tell me, look, you might be getting a phone call at some point about conventions, and they're like, you should do it. Just say yes. And they told me, and I was like, okay, that sounds, I have no idea what you're talking about, but that sounds very cool, and I'll definitely be open to it. And then I was very excited when Creation did finally call, and I'm super happy to be here. It's weird. No, I'm very flattered. I'm very flattered that the producers saw that I could possibly have created those two. Not only them, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Matt Cohen. They all came from me.
Stories about, would you like to say anything else about your Jensen and being their grandpa? Do you ever tease them about him?
I don't really tease them too much about being their grandfather. Yeah, I try to. I want to be back on the show. So, no, look, you guys, a lot of you guys have met them and seen them at these conventions, and they're just awesome guys. They're both Texas boys. So like right away, like my first day on set when I met them, we just kind of like clicked, and some of the director was like, oh yeah, you're from Texas too. Like this is just this Texas thing, you know. We're all related, and no, I'm just kidding. That's Louisiana. They're hilarious, man. I really have enjoyed meeting those two, and not only are they just ridiculously good looking, they're very funny, and they're just real guys.
We grow them hot in Texas.
Do we have time for one more? Yeah.
We're gonna get really deep right here.
Get
We're
deep.
gonna peel off one of the supernatural characters.
I just heard someone say Chuck.
I couldn't kill Chuck.
I disappeared before you could.